Namaskar. Welcome back to the example number 14 for the even professional prospects. In the previous video, we had a detailed discussion on this example number 14 on a male chart on his job changing periods. So we had a discussion on a specific periods in which the native had the change of job in Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi, and Mars Antra, he got the change of job. But after the Mars Antra, in the Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi, he did not have any change of job. And Jupiter Dasa, Saturn Bugdi did not have any change. But Jupiter Dasa, Mercury Bugdi had the change. But in Mercury Bugdi, not in Mars Antra, in Jupiter Bugdi, Mars Antra gave the change, right? But the same Antra, Mars, could not give the change of job for the Mercury Bugdi. So, but he got the change of job in Mercury Bugdi in the Venus Antra. So, Venus Antra did not give change for Jupiter. Mars Antra did not give change for the Mercury. Why such thing? That is called PILT connections. That also we are going to study in this chart. So this native is working in the IT. So we are going to study the such change causing plan in that periods, how these key planets are acting in forming the PILT connections, making this combination supportive for changes. We had a detailed discussion in the previous video with the help of the EPS tables. Now the same things we are going to discuss with the help of the PILT table, how far these key planets are more useful in finding the this PILT connection between the Dasa, Bugdi and Antra supportive for such changes. Now we will discuss with the PILT table. Example 14, timing of event. Change of jobs we are going to study with the help of the PILT table. This is the birth chart of that male native. Now we are going to study this chart with the help of the PILT table. Let me go to the HG page and let us go to the PILT from there. We are now on the PILT page and let me open the self-significators and keep it open here. The colors, whatever we have given in the previous video for the EPS table study, the same colors have been taken here as EPS colors. And let me select KP check all. So now all the planets are getting the respective EPS colors. Before proceeding further, let us have a discussion or a brief study on the self-significations and their colors we have assigned. If you look at that, Ketu is got green color, that's fine. And Venus has got a green color, that is fine. So Ketu has got a green, that's fine. And because Ketu occupying 11th house, light green, the second planet Sun is got some mixed signification along with the 2 and 6 cuspal sublot. Since it is 11, it is given light green. And Venus also light green. Though it is having 9 and 9, it is having favorable grouping. And Sun is got light pink, pink shade. 12, 9, 4, 8, 12, 2 and 6. Though it is supportive for the type of profession, but this grouping, 12th Lord occupying 9th house, 8 and 12 star Lord, this planet can support for change. Moon is fine. And Mars is given light pink. This is pink, this is light pink. It means this is also having unfavorable signification with some favorable. Third Lord occupying 10th house is good. 8th Lord and 159 star Lord and 8 and 12 cuspal sublord. 159 star Lord is not bad in general because this is favorable to the Lagna. But It is connecting to the 8 and 12 cuspal sublord and 8th lord. It is indicating some weakness. This is also supportive for change, because third house, when we are talking about change, fifth house and ninth house are coming under the change causing planets, the significator. But along with that, when third is also joining hands, being the 11th house to the fifth house, and this third house also supportive for the change. So this third house, Lord, eighth Lord occupying 10th house, moving towards 1, 5, 9, 8, and 12. This also can support for change. So Sun is pink shade is one planet Sun that is getting that change causing key planet 12 and 9, and also Mars. And Ragu has been given light blue color. Actually, it is very light blue color because it is occupying fifth house. Fifth house in general, we take it as unfavorable, but fifth house for the type of profession into IT sector or in software engineering, all these things, then fifth house is supportive house. And moreover, the Rahu, second planet is Saturn, is blue planet. It is also having that 5, 6, 3, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 cuspal sublord. These planets' houses are favorable for the person who is working in the software engineering or IT. So Rahu, without any unfavorable other groupings, making that fifth house is unfavorable. Rahu occupying fifth house supportive for the type of profession. So that has been given blue color to differentiate. As I already said that the color giving is according to our individual's interest or understanding we can give it. So blue has been given, light blue. In order to differentiate from the Saturn, it is given light blue. So light blue is Rahu and dark blue is Saturn. So these two are, Saturn is, why it is dark blue? It is favorable only because of the fifth lord and 5, 9 sublord has been given actually dark blue, but it also could have been given, light green. Because for the type of profession, this is good only. So differentiate from the other green, it has been given blue, right? So blue is good only. Light blue only has got some weakness because of the absence of the other favorable houses. But the unfavorable strong key planet is Sun and Mars. All other are favorable, we can say that. Sun, pink shade and the light pink, these two planets are the planet with the unfavorable or, change causing key planets. I think we're able to understand, right? So, okay, now what shall we do? Let us check the destiny. Destiny planet. Which are the destiny planet? 10th Lord planet is Mercury. 10th cuspal sublord. 10th Lord is Mercury. 10th sublord is Moon. So let us check these planets. 10th Lord Mercury and 10th sublord. 10th Lord is Mercury. Mercury is in the sign of Venus, right? Look at Venus is in the sign of Mercury. So it means we discussed in the while we are studying the EPS table in the previous video, we studied that Mercury posted in the sign of Venus and Venus is posted in the sign of Mercury. So they are in sign exchange. So that way they are well connected. That is also a good point. And Mercury having got all other good key planets in their supports, and the Sun is the star lord for Mercury, and Sun is getting some additional unfavorable influence by the star lord of the star lord, but sublord is favorable, and star lord of the sublord again Sun. Now, Mercury on its own is good, but to a star level planet is indicating some weakness or change causing key planets, but absence of 5. So it is supportive for some changes and also some obstacles are there, but favorable for the profession connecting to the abroad. The two into IT and all, it is supportive. But still, Mercury in the star of Sun and that Sun in the star of Mars, they are all indicating some weakness at the effect level. But this Mercury, having got all key planets in supports, and star level planet which has got some weakness, that is getting the support of the Mercury also. and all other favorable key planets, all greens, are present at the support to the star level planet. So Sun is the one which is the star level and also star lord of the sublord and also forming rural link to the Mercury. So Sun is the one which is unfavorable or mixed key planet, and indirectly that second planet Mars also playing. So both the Sun and Mars are influencing the Mercury, that is 10th lord. Importantly, Sun is strongly influencing, right? So otherwise, Destiny Lord is supportive for changes or challenges, but overall it is fine only, right? Because it is getting all favorable key planet in supports, and also sublord itself is Mercury. So now let us check the important planet, 10th cuspal sublord, Venus. Venus itself is good. And as I said, Mercury is there, Ketu is there, and Jupiter, favorable key planets are present, and Saturn also. Saturn, though it is given blue, 5, 6, 3, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are favorable for the type of profession. Star level planet is Rahu. Rahu occupying fifth house, 5, 6, 3, same thing. So that is also good only, though to differentiate only Rahu is getting given that light blue color. So this is also favorable. So Rahu and Saturn are favorable only. Venus is in the star of Rahu and Rahu representing Saturn, but to a level Mars there, and similarly that Mars forming ruler link, sublord again Venus. So, and like Mercury, Venus is getting the impact from the star level planet and other unfavorable key planet in supports. We have to check it. Which are the unfavorable key planets are influencing the Venus. Venus is in the star of Rahu. Rahu occupying fifth house. It is indicating some weakness, right? Because instead of sixth house, 10th house, it is talking about fifth house, but no seventh, no 11th house also there at the Rahu, only second planet only having got. So Rahu, star level planet Rahu has got some weakness. And of course, that Mars also playing role at the 2A level planet and forming ruler link. And Sun, of course, it is playing role in the supports. So the unfavorable key planets, whatever we discussed, they are also playing role here. But fortunately, this unfavorable Sun and Mars, these two are not playing the primary levels like played for the 10th Lord. But the star level planet has got some weakness that is being supported by the Mars and 2 level planet. So weakness also there here by way of the support planets and also to some extent by the star lord. And in addition to that, all the favorable key planets also influencing the Venus. Now, how the Dasa, the destiny planet is present, destiny is good for the professional prospect, but star level planet Rahu has got some, it is supportive for a type of profession into IT sector or software engineering, we can say. Rahu is getting some weakness through this two level planet and also ruler sling. So, but because of the sublord again Venus has come, so this destiny is supportive for some changes and it is favorable for the professional prospects. So the unfavorable key planet which are influencing the 10th sublord is Rahu, Mars and Sun. Right? So that we have studied. So now the unfavorable key planets, Sun and Mars are playing role, and also Rahu also playing role for the Venus, that is 10th cuspal sublord planet. So now we have studied the destiny is fine with despite some challenges or changes. Now we have to check the Dasa Lord. I was telling about the Jupiter Dasa. Now the native is running Jupiter Mahadasa. In Jupiter Dasa, in Jupiter Bugdi and Mars Antra, the native got the change of job. In September 2017, he got the change of job that we discussed in the previous video. In Jupiter, whether Jupiter Dasa itself strong enough for change of job, if it is very strong in its own book, it can give the change. Jupiter in the star of Mars, then Mars is our destinies, one of the unfavorable key planet influencing the destiny planet. So Mars and Jupiter itself is influenced by other unfavorable key planets. So that Jupiter star level Mars and supported by the Sun. Unfavorable I'm talking about. So Jupiter is influenced by Sun also and Mars also. And 12 level planet Saturn is fine, and sublord itself Rahu has come. Rahu planet is what is that? Rahu planet is the mixed one, supportive for professional prospects and also for change. Now, in the Dasa Lord, Jupiter Dasa, which are the strong unfavorable key planet supportive for the, change. It is having Mars star level, Mars strongly, then Sun, then comes Rahu. But if you look at Rahu and Mars and Sun, Sun is having grouping 12, 9, 4, 8, 12. Mars also having 3, 8, 10, 1, 5, 8, and 12. These two are definitely important key planets for the changes or challenges. But Rahu, though it is occupying fifth house, it is not strongly having connected to the 8th house and 12th house. It can favor for change for the betterment. But these two planets, that Sun and Mars, can give trouble for the changes, right? Changes with the troubles, we can say. So, important key planet influencing the Dasa Lord is Mars and Sun. Now we have to check the Bugdilar, since that planet Dasalad itself is having strong unfavorable key planets in the rulers, so its own Bugdi it can favor. But in which antra it can favor for the change. So when the Dasalad itself, Bugdilad itself is having the star level and sub level having some weak significator, though not detrimental at the sub level, and Mars is also having here in the supports, the Antara Lord should be strong enough. It have the key planets of the Dasa Bugdi and also favorable key planets also there at the other levels. You understand? When Dasa Bugdi both are having unfavorable key planets, Antara Lord should be strong enough, indicate the change, and also favorable key planets, especially in the sublord planet. You understand? Because star level, sub level should support for that, then only that planet can favor for the change during its antara. So first we have to check which is the favorable, unfavorable key planet, making the Jupiter is weak, Mars. So check the planet to act as the antara. That planet should have the influence of the Mars and also other key planets, right? Look at that. Saturn is not having the Mars, only at the last level. Mercury not having the Mars, only at the 12 level, right? And Ketu only at the sub level. So this is not indicating any weakness. So, and representing Sun is fine, but Ketu all levels green, green, green are favorable only. It is not supportive for change. Change causing key planet should not be playing role at the sub level. Sub level, if it is weak, then it will not cause the change. That change causing planet Mars either should be in the planet or it should be there in the, other levels, 2A level, or maybe in the star level also, but not especially at the sub level. Because unfavorable key planet, if it is there in the sub of that Antara Lord, then automatically that will not favor for the, making that thing to happen during that Antara. Look at Venus. Venus also having Mars only at the 2A level planet. So that is not so good. Sun has got Mars in the star level. Sun has got it is saying that it is supportive for change. Mars is already having obstacles, hurdles. That planet is there at the star level. Suppose if the change causing key planet, if it is having in its self signification itself both favorable and change causing houses, that is playing role at the star level, that is fine. We would have studied in the previous charts also, wherein one planet will have both fifth house, sixth house, 10, 11, all will be there, supportive for change on its own. It can play at the star level also according to the other level strength that can favor for the change. But here Mars is having strongly 12, 9, 8 and 12 and 2, 6. It is supportive for changes with the struggles. So that itself is acting as the source planet. So that sun itself is weak. Star Lord also, Mars also having this 1, 5, 8, and 12. So these two planets combination will not favor for change during its antra. Sun and Mars are playing. Two pink shade planets are playing at the source and effect. It will not be strong enough. Right? Moreover, as I said, Mars is the key planet of the Dasa Lord and Buddhi Lord, which is already having 8, 9, 5, 9, 8, and 12. It is not good. Then Moon will not favor. Then you take Mars. Mars itself, that is the one which is supportive for changes, that itself is acting as the source. Then star level, sub level should support for the change. So that Mars in the star of Saturn, Saturn is 5, 6, 3, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That is good. And sublord also Saturn. But where are the favorable key planets of the Dasa Bugdi? Which are the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord Bugdi? Jupiter itself, and which are the other one? Venus and Moon. Jupiter, Venus are strongly coming. Jupiter, Venus, Moon, and of course Saturn. So Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn, look at that Mars in the star of Saturn, sub of Saturn, Venus itself is playing role, and Mars has got the Moon, Rahu, and a favorable key planet Jupiter is playing at the support of all the star level and also sub level. Jupiter is there at all levels also. So that Mars is the unfavorable key planets of the Dasa Bugdi. That Mars is there at the source only. It is not passing its ruler link to the other levels also, fortunately. And that star level, sub level ruled by the, moderate key planet, that Saturn, that is being supported by all the favorable key planet. That 2 to 11 is good, forming ruler link. So Venus is here, Venus is here. They are all forming ruler link. So during the Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi, Mars Antra, it supported for the change, right? So after Mars or before Mars, Venus was running, but did not give change. Mars and then after that Rahu. Rahu in the star of Mars. As I said, Mars at the star level, it is not strong enough to give the change, right? It is indicating all the obstacles. So, and Rahu also having fifth occupant in the star of Mars and forming 8, 1, 5, 8, and 12. It will not support for changes. And sublord also Sun. So, they are not very good in giving the change in during its Andhra period. You understand? Change causing key planet, they should be supportive for changes like this. The key planet should be playing, but all the other favorable also should be playing role. But importantly, planet level is moderate, star level and sub level are having weak key planets are running, and also last level also Mars. This is not going to cause any change of job. Moreover, it will also not cause any loss of job also, because this is not talking about any losses. If you look at the grouping, you can find that we can better identify with the EPS table analysis. So now let us come to the point. Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi, Mars Antra. Mars is the key planet of the Dasa and Bugdi. That Mars is itself is able to give the change of job, because star level, sub level are very good key planets. That is also they are the key planets of the Dasa Bugdi, and also Dasa Lord itself is influencing the Bugdi, that Antra Lords, Mars, star level and sub level and all levels, right? No other planet is supportive for change of job under Jupiter. Now, after the Jupiter Bugdi, Saturn Bugdi was running, right? Look at whether Saturn is capable to give the change of job. A role of the Mars or Sun, they are not playing role here. So definitely the Saturn will not give change of job. Then Jupiter Dasa, Mercury Bugdi was running. In Mercury Bugdi, yes, Mercury planet in the star of Sun and 12 level Mars. Definitely it is under the influence of Sun, Mars, as already discussed, because Mercury is the 10th cuspal sublord also. So that way, definitely Mercury will support for change of job under the Jupiter, because Jupiter's unfavorable key planet Mars and Sun both are influencing the Mercury by way of rulers. Under Mercury, Jupiter and Mercury, the antra, in which antra the native can support for the change of job. As I already discussed, the antra should have this influence of this Bugdilar's unfavorable key planet Sun and Mars, and also should have the strong favorable key planets of the Bugdilad Mercury. Mercury's favorable key planet. Which are the favorable key planets? Mercury itself, right? And other Venus, Ketu, Moon, Jupiter, all are playing roles. So Jupiter also good. So look at the Antara Lord, which is having the influence of these unfavorable key planets, not in the primary ruler, and the having got the support of the strong favorable key planet of the Bugdilat. Ketu is not going to favor for any change of job, though it is having that Sun and sublord is Mars. It is not talking about any changes. Ketu occupying 11, 11, 11, it is not talking about any changes. Venus planet. Venus itself is sign exchange with the Mercury. That Bugdilat Mercury is sign exchange with the 10th Lord. This is 10th Lord, 10th cuspal Lord. Sorry, this is, I'm wrong. Venus is the 10th cuspal sublord and Mercury is 10th cuspal Lord, right? The 10th cuspal sublord Venus is sign exchange with the Bugdi Lord Mercury. And under the influence of Sun, which is influencing the Mercury also, which is the strong unfavorable key planet of the Mercury is Sun. Sun is influencing the Venus, and Venus is well connected to the Bugdi Lord and the star lord planet Rahu. Rahu is fifth occupant. Already know that it is a light blue color. It is holding that Mars in its supports. In other words, I'll clear this one for better understanding. Mercury's, we are discussing on the Jupiter Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, which Antra will favor for change of job. In Mercury, that Sun is playing, Mars is playing, and influenced by Sun again. So, unfavorable key planets are Sun and Mars. And favorable key planets are, we can see what are the favorable key planets? Obviously, Mercury itself and Venus and Ketu, Moon, Jupiter, all are present. So, all the green color planets, important planets are influencing the Mercury. The strong planet is Mercury itself as a ruler, and also that is the Bugdi Lord and free planet ruling at the two levels, right? And other strong favorable key planet is Venus is repeated and also that Jupiter also coming, right? Now, that Antara should have the influence of these change causing key planets Sun and Mars, but since it is an Antara, it should be have more favorable key planets. I mean, it's support for the change during its period. In that case, we are discussing on the Venus. Venus is in the own sub, it is good. And Venus is having that favorable key planet Mercury. Bugdilad itself, it is acting as the Rasilad sign exchange planet, right? Venus and Mercury and Ketu and Jupiter, all the favorable key planets of the Bugdilad are influencing the Antra. And star level planet Rahu, that Rahu is having some weakness but not detrimental. That represents Saturn, that is also supportive for change. That moreover, that Rahu is got that Mars, that other unfavorable key planet influencing the Bugdilad. Mars is playing, influencing the star level by way of support and also 2A level planet. So favorable key planets are strongly influencing the Antra, this Venus, and it is under the influence of the Sun and Mars also. So the Antra should be supportive for favorable signification along with that unfavorable signification, not in the significant levels. So in the Jupiter Dasa Mercury book, the Venus Antra, the native got the change of job. In Venus Antra, in which period? In May 2021. Please understand, in the previous change in Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter book the Mars Antra, the native got the change. Right? Now, Jupiter Dasa, Mercury Bugdi we are talking about. In the Mercury Bugdi, Mercury is given the green signal for change. In that Mercury, which are the strong unfavorable key planets? Sun. Then comes Mars. Unfavorable key planet is Mercury, right? So, whereas in Jupiter's strong unfavorable key planet is Mars, though because of that, Mars planet in the star and above the favorable key planets of the Dasa Bugdi is given the green signal for the change. But whereas in Venus or in Mercury Bugdi, strong unfavorable key planet is Sun as the star lord for the Mercury. That Sun is influencing the Venus, not Mars influencing the Venus. Sun is influencing the Venus, and also that Venus is well connected to the Bugdi Lord by way of sign exchange. So that way they are well connected, and star lord Rahu also supportive for change. That Rahu is under the influence of the Mars, other unfavorable key planet. So Mars is only at the 2A level. So Venus is again repeated, well connected to the Bugdi Lord, and that way in Jupiter Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, Venus Antra gave the change, but in the Mercury Bugdi, after Venus, Mars would have come, right? Mars did not give any change of job, only Venus and Mercury Bugdi, Venus Antra only gave the change. Similarly, Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi, Mars Antra, prior to that, Venus Bugdi would have come, Venus Antra, sorry. Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi, Venus Antra would have come, but that did not give change. But after that, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Mars Antra would have come. That did not give change. Why these combination only gave the change? Because of the influence of the key planets of the Bugdi Lord under the Antra Lord. So that I think you are able to understand. So you can see that Antra Lord will have the influence of the unfavorable key planets of the Bugdi Lord, and importantly, strong favorable key planets role will be there in the primary levels, right? But Bugdi Lord can have the star level planet and also having unfavorable sublord also, because Bugdi Lord will have mixed also. But when the Bugdi Lord is mixed one, Antra Lord is a favorable Antra with the favorable significations along with the unfavorable signification of the Bugdi Lord will give the change. You understand? So that way you have to keep it in mind. So I think you are able to understand how far the key planets of the Dasa Lord is giving influence or support to the Bugdi Lord, and also Bugdi Lord's key planets connecting to the Antra Lord is favorable for changes. So I think you're able to understand the value of the PILT connection, especially we can easily identify with the help of the PILT table. So we will meet in the next video. Good luck.